I do use trend lines. I'll show you that. So we got this, this. We're going from oversold coming up. We actually crossed the 50% and red to green. Is it pretty clear that we are at a bottom and we are shifting? This is what we like to look for. This is a shift, right? Now, I do like to use trend lines. I like to use, and this isn't so much because this isn't like a huge move down. This is a move down, a hangout for a little bit, another leg down, but it's not necessarily like a sustained or violent move necessarily. And we get a lot of strength. Look at that strength shooting back up here. Here's where I like to bring in a counter trend line, something like this, right? That just shows the area where we've been selling off. And then if I didn't get in here, which is my preference, I'm definitely entering there. And there's a trade. Bottom to top, bottom to top. Blue or yellow to blue. Yeah, because this isn't a violent or a sustained sell-off. This is actually a stronger sell-off, this one is. But there's other reasons why this one was a problem. So as I walk through the day, right, trade 1, bam. Trade 2, bam. Trade 3, bam. Everybody see the first 3 trades today? Yeah, it's kind of just the band changing colors is a little bit of my trigger that says, all right, I'll go if with the current energy. If it gets outside there and the current energy changes, I'll take it. All right, now let's look at where we are in the 5-minute chart. Never lose sight of the 5-minute chart. And I'm seeing that we're coming back up, right? We're approaching a bit of a level high of the day, earlier. So what's going to happen when we approach that level? Well, we're getting a little weakness, right? So I'm trying to close my trade as we're approaching here. I'm in there, right? Look at that strength. We also were right at the pre-market low and we ripped right through it, right? No, like it was nothing. Why does it say, oh, this is supposed to be 5 minutes? Oh, there it is. I think, so if I click on this chart, it says 2. If I click on this chart, it says 5. It's just whichever chart I touched last. Got it. You see, it's just changing. This is my 5-minute SPY. This is my 2-minute SPX. But depending on which one I click, I happen to touch last. Okay. So when it rips right up through the pre-market low, like it's not even there, we get a change in the cycle. We get a change in the RSI. We get a change in the dots. Boom. Right. And here's the other thing. If you, and I say this all the time, but if you are newer and you just want to take the most high probability trades, look for where the 5-minute chart changes. What if you got in right here and you just held on while we were yellow, 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 oh, blue? Okay. You have to wait a little bit, but this is a nice profitable trade. Maybe you take off some there, right? That's a really profitable trade. Take some off because we're winning. And then, oh, here we go. Here's my next trade. If it blows through one of the levels, do you tend not to give that specific level out of credence from here on? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The pre-market levels, I still give it consideration. If it's just a swing high or swing low, then yeah, it may not be as big of a deal. And the open and close, the previous day open and close, I probably wouldn't make as big of a deal if it does blow through it. But I always respect the pre-market levels. In fact, that's what would keep me out here. So look what's happening, right? Now okay, well, I didn't talk about trade 4 yet. Trade 4, can you see that we are coming up? We hit the previous high, very close to it, getting close to it. We know there are sellers probably waiting because they were waiting here before. You get a reversal candle and it breaks up under here. We're also at the top here. And then it goes sideways for a bit. There's no trade to happen here. You might say, all right, I'll take it if it pulls back and holds, go to the upside. Sorry, excuse my dogs. But you'd have to have a green taking out a red, and we really don't get that here, do we? We'd have to get above there, and we never do. So there's no bullish entry because we never get a green taking out a red. But you can see we come down and we basically Look, wick, 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 indecision, indecision, indecision. We're at the top of the mountain, about to roll over. If I didn't already get out of this trade, I'm getting out now because I'm seeing the warning signs. This is starting to make lower highs, right? And then here we're starting to get some speckled. It's not as strong as it once was. What's it going to do? This is where we just draw a little bird cage here. And we just wait to see what happens. We're going to break through or not. And the moment we get this candle, bam, that tells me what's going on. Now let's see, what time was that? 12:35. You can see it on the 2-minute chart here. 12:35. So 12:35 actually happens right here. So in this case, you can see the current energy changed right here. You could take the trade here as soon as it gets through and put your stop up here if you want, and it would win. I probably like getting it here a little better because we just have this indecision lunchbox time. And then this is the move out of the lunchbox. It's the move we wait for. Yep, out of the lunchbox move tells us what's going on. And you can see what's going on. Coming down, coming down, we're coming down. So even while this price action is going sideways, we've got a lot of momentum to the downside, which is interesting, right? Sometimes that means that the move is getting spent and we're ready to make a shift up. Other times it just tells you there's just a lot of momentum pushing this thing down, and it's teetering, it's teetering, it's teetering. Oh, here we go. Okay. So does everybody see this, the next move right here? Break that level right here. Oops. We break this level. We're rolling over. We cross over the 50. We get yellows. Look at that. Ready to go. Now, we get a big drop down. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.